All right, let's go.
Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And this is VHS, where we review movies here. Now today we got extra special episode, so on top of it being a viewer pick, which is amazing, it is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Heck yeah.
And the one that started this whole channel off.
Yes, this movie is near and dear to both of us because when we first started doing this channel, we were still like working out some kinks, and this is the movie where we just kind of like went along with it. We didn't film it, which I wish we would have.
And it took like 5 hours to watch it, dude.
But yeah,
we were pausing every time. We were bullshitting, we were arguing, we were talking about this.
It's how we found our rhythm.
We had the great painting debate. We were just talking just all sorts of shit, and we're like, we kind of spawned to be like, what if we just did something like that, where we just like...
Yeah. And then as soon as the credits roll, boom, it's organic, and we just like give a review straight out the gates. Also, this is like take 2, 3-ish of us recording this. We had a bit of an audio malfunction the first go.
These dang microphones.
Yes.
So yeah, this isn't the original one right afterward. Luckily, we have the big portion of it. The review is good. Just this first intro, we lost about 10 minutes of us kind of giving the 101 of the movie. So I don't know what we did or didn't say. I know for the most part we were praising you. So big shout out to Not Mindify.
Thank you so much.
So one of our viewers, like I said, this is a viewer pick. So she also put in the bag, I believe, Hereditary, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks good.
Which that's gonna be a good one. Can't wait to do that. This one, but like when I saw it in the comments, I was like, Ryan, you don't know. Guess what someone fucking put? Coherence, dude, Coherence. So
we were excited about this. We were thinking about doing it for like a 100th episode or something.
We really had it saved for the 100th episode.
We had past ideas because we were like, this is such a big episode. That was for us.
We were gonna make a big production of it. You know, like, hey, this is the one that spawned it all. Let's wait for the 100th episode. But again, it came through from a viewer pick, which is just
by you saying that. Oh my god, even better. That's like beautiful.
So anyway, let's get into it though. So thank you so much for this. This is amazing.
Yes.
I'm just gonna kind of do a very high level breakdown, and then we'll just let the review play how we did it. Okay.
Cool.
So we enter the main character. She's driving to a dinner party. It's a bunch of couples getting together, some old friends, all different walks of life. They've kind of obviously grown and had their own stuff, but they're coming together for this dinner party.
Yes.
There happens to be a comet that's going overhead, that night. The main character's phone breaks. It turns out everyone's phones doesn't work. The internet's out. Eventually the power goes out. Everywhere on the block, the power's out except one little house up the block. And then chaos kind of assumes from there. Kind of like everyone's,
Things get a little shaky, a little weird. You start seeing like similarities and you start questioning things a lot.
This is one of the better ones of like, I'm very big on like the time loops, the multiverse, like that type of stuff. This one is a movie that does it, in my opinion, the best.
Yeah, they did very well just like taking a straight timeline and then just having them all correlate and intersect at this one point for this one reason of a comet
and they
going
pull
by.
up and they don't have to do some stupid portal or some CGI beam. It's just very cool. It's very like everything. Like I was watching this movie and like, they do it on a budget, but it's just, you're just so invested in these characters.
And like one of the things we talked about way back in the day when we watched this was like, even during like the dinner party and everybody's talking, it felt like we were at the end of the table having our own conversation.
Yeah, because we were just talking.
Because we're just talking.
It literally felt like we were just part of the movie. It was pretty fun.
You definitely feel like you are like very immersed in the film,
and there's like no music. It's all just regular dialogue and silence, and their cuts, their transitions are just black cut to the next one.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know if I talked about it in that theory.
You can talk about it then, but Ryan did mention about like, the cuts might be every time it cuts. You go to a different timeline.
It could be like a different, and
I love that. I love that.
And I don't know.
And because every time you do watch this, you do pick up little cues like that, or you have different ideas because they leave a lot of stones unturned for you to kind of guess and pick up
and play with.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. They don't over explain things, but they obviously do also make it make sense at the same time.
Heck yeah. So. But without further ado, are we gonna get into the?
I know it's
gonna reel into it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like we're gonna clip this into it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you again. Not Mindify. We appreciate it so much for you taking the time out to just like leave us a comment and click the like button and all that fun stuff.
The comments, these viewer picks are so much fun. I love these. I hope we keep them coming. So this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
So hope you guys enjoy.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. And also, thank you.
Now, Ryan, I don't know where we're at. We took a hiatus. I know we gave
a break.
Which I hate because it's my favorent fucking movie.
I know.
Hey, it's all right. We're gonna do this.
I had a whole wardrobe fucking change.
I know you got a hat on. Waffle House.
I got a whole bunch of stuff.
The whole thing. But
I'm wearing new underwear. It's a different day.
Listen, I know I set the scene of what this is, where it's kind of the whole thing of what we explained what the movie is. So give me some of your favorite parts, and we'll kind of. I know we'll just piggyback and spaghetti to everything.
Okay.
So some of your favorite parts. What do you got?
I love whenever like you can see in characters like subtle differences. Like when they're at the dinner table, they're talking about like, what's her name was a ballerina. She's a ballerina. She's like this whole thing, or she's just hot yoga or whatever the heck.
Yeah. So the fact
she's a hot yoga chick.
This is one of those movies that makes it gets better every time you watch it.
Every time you watch it, there's
gets
more
so
layers
much
to it,
better.
yeah.
But yes, so exactly though. Keep going with that. That's a good point.
You do the hot yoga, right? And then like she's
like,
talking to him. Yeah.
No,
she's like, I don't
no,
do
that's
that.
not me.
Yeah.
I do this, and he's like, I thought you did. And then he suddenly is like, oh, that must have been some other girl Amir was banging and brought to the thing.
Exactly.
No big deal.
And then she claps back with like talking to him.
What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? And then he's like, oh, I was like in some show called, what was it called? It was like some alien thing.
I don't know. It was some big show, and she's like, oh my god, I watched that show.
I love that show.
What episode?
What
were
episode
you
were you
on?
Yeah,
He's
what
like,
episode were you on? I was kind of like a big deal. It was like in all of them.
every single one. And
like,
everyone's
he was
like,
the main character,
he was like
John.
the main guy, and she's like, oh, well maybe just like different hair or something. You just look different, you know? And she's like, no. He's like, I look just the same. Look like
and
me.
then he says something to her that's like more like clapping back to
And then
her.
he's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you were too busy doing downward dog or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like, no, I didn't do yoga.
She's like, what is wrong with
so
this guy?
they're all
like,
having things where like they don't connect.
That's
with,
early on in the night.
They don't connect with what was their own reality, which is so fucking good with this movie, which I love
it.
so.
I
Every
love
time you watch the movie, you see all these little hidden things, which I know that was kind of heavy-handed, but it was so. I love it.
Hell yeah. Dude, the whole, like, okay, so I really like that scene. I like, there's so many of those little things just, like, peppered throughout.
Peppered in.
Bam.
So, can I say one of my favorite parts?
Yes.
Unless, do you have something else to add?
I don't know, I was just talking about how, like, I like that you could see, what was I saying?
You got to see where people's timelines didn't mesh up. To where, like, she was saying he wasn't the main character. He was like,
I
you
like
do
to
hot
see,
yoga,
you see these
someone
subtle,
else.
Yeah, how they pepper in, like, subtle differences where it's like, the characters obviously had an skewed view of, like, their timeline.
They all have different backstories
Yes.
where, like, it didn't line up. When they all came together
even
for this
before
party,
the colors got incorporated.
I know.
Which I love. I
Again,
love that.
this happened the whole time when the phones broke, this whole night, but you don't know until it builds.
And let me say one other thing that I really freaking like, one of the max things that I loved about this, besides for the whole concept of the storyline being like crazy sci-fi, Comet going through, I love so much that they were able to do this film with what, 6 characters?
Dude,
Maybe
it was
7?
It was a small cast.
We'll say 6 characters total. Probably a budget of like, God, who even knows?
60 grand maybe?
They rented out an Airbnb for a
No,
weekend.
no, they did
dude.
someone's house. They did one of the characters' houses.
They did
for sure.
one house. Literally, this has to be the smallest budget, the smallest cast in the sense of like that amount. And they were able to paint such a picture. Dude. Can we just talk about literally how much money they probably did not put into this to make such a banger of
The thing
a
is,
film?
guess what? Guess what?
God,
Guess what?
dude.
This movie wasn't about the setting. It wasn't about this. It was about the characters and are they in the right fucking world?
Yeah, the biggest.
But the world is normal.
The biggest production that I love that they threw into this was showing a picture of a comet going by. It went this way, going by, and literally otherwise it was just like glow sticks.
And guess
book.
what? Guess what? They had the conversation 2 times. Hey, we should get back in, guys. Right? We don't have the budget for this. Let's all get back in. Okay.
So funny.
Yeah.
Let's bring it in, guys. Bring it in. Reel it in. So fucking good. To be able to do this with so little money and to do it so fucking well.
This felt like
shit.
a Twilight Zone episode in movie form, or a movie student who's gonna be a fucking star when they get older. Because it is such a fucking banger.
They did
dude.
with what they had the means to do.
So
And
good.
Can I talk about the cons too, real quick? If we're doing like pros and cons.
Let me do my loves first. Then we'll do your cons. All right. So there's a couple things that I fucking love. So a couple of my top scenes, dude. I love the fact that. So all the power goes out, whatever. And they see one house has power up on the block. 2 guys go an adventure and they go into it.
We got Amir and Hugh.
Amir and Hugh go up. So
Amir and
Hugh is this giant guy, bald guy with a beard. Amir is this shorter guy. Whatever. He goes. They go up there. They come back, a long time later. But while they're gone, someone's banging on our main house's back door.
I think it's the window.
Yes. Yeah, they're fucking with the window. They're fucking with the front door. One of our other characters has a bat in a really weird way. And
I love that.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. But so anyway, the guys come back and they're like, oh my God. They had a box. Like, what's going on? And they talked about how, like, they were freaked out. They were kind of, like, weird. The one guy had blood. They saw, like, they're like, we saw you guys. And they're like, did you just go in a fucking circle? And they're like, no, I didn't go in a fucking circle. I went up the block, dude.
Yeah,
and they're like, all right. They're like, hey, Hugh, did you bang on our side door? And he's like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I didn't go in a fucking circle. And he's like, well, someone banged on our door and someone is, and like the trippiness of whatever they did to that house happened to here. The one guy, Hugh, started writing a note while he's writing it, as he's finished, bang, bang, bang on a door. The exact same note, exact same handwriting, exact same words shows up on their door. So cool shit like that to where they're like, what's going on? I loved that. I love the trippiness, the mirror thing, the weird like timelines, mesh.
I love the concept of like, you have this linear timeline of like, this is what's happening. As soon as like the phones start breaking, the meteor or the comet comes by.
They're all in a void of just everything. A million timelines intersect right here. A million intersect
right here,
and you could go any which way. And guess what? Every character we're talking about is from a different timeline, and that's why when you go back to the beginning, that's why she's a hot yoga instructor. That's why she doesn't know he's the main character. That's why everyone's kind of tripping on their words.
That's why some's an alcoholic, some sober.
That's why Mike didn't know who the fucking girlfriend was in the very beginning.
Who was the person that was sleeping?
Lee.
Dude,
we don't know about Lee.
I love that they peppered that in there. I do enjoy that.
I didn't until this time viewing, but like that was a good point.
Yes.
But I love that. Another iconic scene that I love. So this group, they all, when the power went out, right? They had a box of glow sticks, 3 boxes: a green box, red box, blue box. They bust open the blue box, whatever. Ryan thinks the purple, don't matter. They bust open the purple /
Purple
blue.
or blue? Put it in the comments. I
Yeah,
want to know.
yeah.
Is it? Can we also do like a to that scene when you said, what did you say? It's ultraviolet. What is that? Purple? I feel
Ultraviolet's purple for sure.
It's purple
For sure. I know the color. I do know the color.
It was purple.
I'm not telling
purple.
your ass.
It was purple. It wasn't red. It wasn't the blue or purple, whatever you want to call that. It was purple.
I'd call it blue.
I call it purple, but yeah.
You would call it purple.
It's the hues. Look at that. I just saw it peek out. That was purple, bitch. It's under an
It's
armpit.
blue. It's like the ultraviolet blue, which looks perf to some people.
Violet?
I would call it blue.
Ultraviolet?
I would call it
ultra blue.
I would call it super blue.
Fuck you.
Fucking blue.
What do you call ultraviolet?
What do you call these chairs?
Blue.
Call them ultraviolet?
Royal blue. Royal blue.
What do you call your shirt?
Like a different kind of blue.
Now, so they all have these ultraviolet, purple, blue glow sticks. And while they're walking around in the inky night, no streetlights, no nothing, pitch dark. And they see across the sidewalk, same amount of characters and same build, same look, same everything, except they got red glow sticks.
Yes.
Same character. And guess what? No words are exchanged. They all stop, stare at each other for like 2-3 seconds. That silence speaks volumes. You don't gotta see the dialogue. You just know. They know, like, holy fuck, I'm seeing myself, what the fuck's going on? Holy shit. And then guess what? Boom, they both take off. Like, holy shit. I love that. That was one of my favorites.
Good scene, I agree.
And that sets the precedent of now you know there's multiples of you running around here.
And can I say something like sidebar, all right? So Mike, the one who's sober in this timeline, he speaks about like, oh my God, drunk Mike, he'd go around fucking, he'd kill you, he'd kill me.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Kill you. Yeah, we had a whole,
We're like, dude, killer, why would he fucking do that?
What is going on with that? So like they're talking all this crazy stuff. They go from like 1 to 1,000 immediately.
Now I think he meant drunk Mike is unhinged. However, the way he worded it was like he's a fucking killer.
I get that. Yeah, drunk Mike's fucking everybody's wife. Hide your wives, hide your children.
I need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Whatever the fuck that scene is. Anyways, he's like doing crazy like wackadoo shit. Obviously, I get that, but had it been like a world setting where I'm in this perspective, I feel like me and my gang, dude, we'd be
making so much money.
No. Dude, we talked about this last time. I would hang out with my doppelganger.
I know you would.
Fucking
I know
cool,
you would.
Dude. Like,
we're gonna take over this world and make so much money.
Dude, yeah. Fuck, dude. Yeah. Hey, we all be like, just hear me out. We say the same time. Oh, we know. We'd be like, I'll work one day. I'll work one day. I'll work one day. I'll work one day. We'll all work one day a week, and we all fucking do the same thing. Oh my God, yes, dude. I love us. We're all fucking saying the same thing. I can't. I know, dude.
It's like the whole group has left already. You guys are like, yeah. There's so many colors of fucking. There's like 4 greens. There's 2 blues. There's 7 reds. Everyone's just
yeah. And then it's like, we're all like, let's go get pizza. And one guy says sushi, and then we all look at him. Like something stupid like that. Yeah. We know what we must do.
Fuck out of our group.
No, we kill him. That's the one we kill. Even though we be homies, dude. Like, okay, in the comments, please put down. Do you think that like if this crazy meteor was going by, you're hanging out with a group of friends, do you think that you'd be one of the people that'd be like, I'm chilling with my fucking like my doppelganger. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. I feel like we'd be over here like just doing our thing. The group would be like going crazy, killing themselves, whatever the fuck they want to do. But I feel like if I knew my doppelgangers out there, I feel like we'd all be on the same wavelength of like, holy shit,
You'd be
dude.
vibing. I hear that.
Dude, look at this fucking Comet going by. This is crazy, dude.
I feel that.
Like, we'd be hanging out. We'd be fucking vibing, dude. We'd all jump in. We'd be in the same time. We don't know whose it is. Hopefully, it's a good one where we're all rich, right?
I feel like sometimes we have a different mindset than most people. But, like, I feel that. I get it. But,
maybe, but... regardless, I do feel like, honestly, like, I don't see, like, a weird...
I wouldn't attack myself.
Yeah,
like, fuck you, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'd
be like, how are you doing,
I would
dude?
be like,
what is
dude,
going
let
on?
me ask you some questions.
Yeah.
What have you lived?
Maybe we have, like, a dirty, fucking mean timeline where it's out there just, like, it's like, my timeline's real bad. I'm Batman. Like, something crazy where, like, they need to fucking change their whole fucking timeline.
Yeah, that's
They're the ones coming in.
Yeah,
that's the sushi. Yeah. We'll fucking do that, too. But literally, like, I don't know. I just feel like it was like a real situation. I feel like me and my fucking timeline, we'd be fucking vibing, dude. We'd be hanging out. We'd be fucking talking, exchanging stuff. Dude, in my timeline, we did this. Like, it would be so funny, dude. We'd be having a good time. I think it'd be cool if they all got together in a group in the house. They all had like however many of them.
That would be cool.
They had a big house party. Like, you have your house party with all your friends.
Listen,
imagine having a house party extended of all your other extensions.
I feel like that's happy-go-lucky. I love
what
that.
What a fun, entertaining thing.
No, I think that's, in theory, happy-go-lucky. But I think, like, game theory, people are like kind of out to get each other, and they're they're always trying to game each other. So they feel like, is this person really legit? Who's gonna, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in reality, there's always gonna be people who are gonna second guess and be like,
I just love an idea of us
I know
playing like N64, Smash Brothers, and be like, oh fuck, I was gonna do that.
Listen,
like,
I love that.
Shit.
I love that for sure. But I just feel like there's gonna be one fuck up who's gonna like fuck it up and.
Well, fuck that one fuck up, dude. We'll fucking snuff him out, dude.
That's the point, guys. Come on. We said we weren't gonna turn on each other. I think we all knew we were lying. No.
Like, we'll fucking do our thing. If, like, the collective is cool, we just order some fucking pizza, we hang, we chill.
What if we got, like, 7, 8 drunk mics coming in trying to fucking beat the shit out of everyone?
Dude, I don't know. 7, 8 drunk mics, like, if they're cool and they can hang, like,
no, they can't
cocaine.
No, they come with bats.
It just sucks that they're lame brains. That's shit.
I get it.
And, like, what's the time, like, obviously, like, we get the one timeline where we get the sober one. That sucks, right? Am I right? That's crazy. He wouldn't even be invited if he was a shithead, honestly. If he was a piece of shit, they wouldn't even invite.
No, but guess what?
It was his house. Yeah, you're right.
It was his house. No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it him?
Thinking that? No,
oh,
it
fuck,
is
I
fucking Hugh and Whisper Ketamine Lady's house.
Ketamine.
All right? Whisper Ketamine.
I keep wanting to say it's fucking Mike and, like, Bangs with the fucking glasses.
Oh, yeah, dude. What was with the bangs, dude?
Fucking she bang. She
now
bang.
hear me out, though.
Isn't that the dude who's gay?
Well, I don't know.
What's his name? She bang, that song.
Oh, I don't know about that. I know
right
the song.
here, just played.
A thing that I did, another thing that I really appreciate with this movie was, so the main girl that we follow, the blonde, what was her name?
I couldn't tell you.
Her name was M, so I guess it was short for Emily. So M, she goes around, she smothers herself in a brutal fucking fashion. By the way,
that's crazy to like fucking like.
Again,
I'm just talking about like hanging out and playing Smash Brothers. They're over here fucking killing
M is not a cool chick. M is not a chick who's like, hey, let's go and hang out and play Smash Bros. You know what M is like?
I'm gonna survive.
M is, there can only be one Highlander. That's what M is like, all right? There can only be one. And so M is like, all right, I know myself is gonna go into this car. So M waits for herself to go in the car. She creeps behind her, and she smothers her with her hand. Her hand over her nose and mouth, which, by the way, is not a very good tight seeing.
That's a brutal way.
That takes minutes. That takes a long time.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
Because they'll pass out, and then you have to keep going,
and also,
too.
there's cracks in your hands.
Yeah.
They can take one part of the air and resets. You have to take, it's not, you have to do that it's not strangulation. It's not cutting off blood. That's all air. That takes forever. So she's doing this, and it's brutal.
She should have done one of these, honestly. That would have been a lot better.
She doesn't know what
Cut
she's
it off
doing.
from the fucking line.
If she cut off the blood,
pinch the hose.
Great. She didn't. She fucking smothers her with
She's
her
like,
hand.
I'm gonna do it like this. And they're both so weak.
I know.
They're just strong enough.
They're both frail.
They're just strong enough and both so weak that it's like,
anyway,
it's so
she doesn't even
pathetic.
kill her. She gets her to pass out and was like, I guess that's good. I'm going to throw her in the trunk. No, she doesn't even throw her in the
tub.
trunk. She drags
I'm gonna drag her in the house.
She drags her
Leave
into
her in
the
the
house.
car.
And I know, she's so dumb.
Or like,
she is
put her in the trunk of the car, like you just said. That would have been a lot better.
So much better. But guess what? She puts her in the tub of the house that she tries to stay at. So they also show her going to multiple houses because she said, hey, when you go out in the dark, it's like a roulette. And every time you come out, it's like you go to a different one. So you see her going to different houses. Oh, this one, they're all calm. This one, they're freaking the fuck out. This one...
She saw the best timeline, too.
She saw the best, the worst. She saw ones where there's like 3 mics tied up, gagged.
2 mics, yeah.
2 mics, sorry. She saw one where they're all just hanging out, bright lights. Anyway, that's the one she's like, hey, I'm going to put this dead broad she thinks is dead.
How'd she lure her outside is what I'm curious. I don't remember.
I don't think she lured her. I think she just knew she was going to go out to get the ring at one point. It's stupid. Again, movie magic. Maybe she just... Happy coincidence.
Because, like, even the people were like, why'd you go outside in that whole house? Because none of them went outside.
It didn't make sense.
And she's like, there's a comet. And they're like, a comet?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So, whatever. She kind of killed her, didn't, threw her in the bathtub, and then tried to take her place. But, like, why would you try to take the place of the same person and then bring that person back into the timeline? If you know how this whole system works,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
even a kind of...
Leave them outside.
Yeah. Here we go.
Bam, what the hell? Where did this come from?
Pizza.
Oh, my God.
Another thing I fucking love about this movie is the fact that everyone, they try to figure out, you know, before they start figuring out there's a whole Russian roulette, every time you leave the house, you're fucking gone. Everyone inside the house is from a different timeline. So they have the box that the original 2 guys stole from that house that they thought was the other house, which was really their house in another timeline.
Hugh and Amir,
right?
Yeah.
They took the box and they're like, this is weird. It has a ping pong paddle in it. And it has pictures in it, all of our pictures. Oh my God. All right, so eventually, you fast forward, they get to them building their own box where they're like, oh, we need to have a differentiator to put something random in the box you wouldn't think of, all right? You know, we just need to put something random, like a coaster in it, all right? And then you fast forward again into the fucking thing, and they all ask what their item was that they put in, and someone's like, oh, coaster. Someone else was like, oh, ours was an oven mitt. Someone else was like, oh, mine was a stapler. Everyone like realizes that they're not from the same fucking timeline because everyone has a different. That I fucking love
it too. I also want to say real quick. I think it's funny that like I started with the t-shirt, then I got this and this, and then I got a pizza. Like what the fuck am I gonna have in like 30 seconds?
I say if we have another break, I'm gonna throw a blanket on your ass.
Dude, who the fuck knows what I'm gonna have? It's crazy. So funny. I was just thinking about.
I should be less. I should start taking off like clothes on the.
You need to change something with you. Literally, like every like boom, boom, boom. So funny.
It's very funny.
I love it.
Go ahead. What do you have anything else you love, or do you want to do your cons?
Oh my God, I did have cons. What the fuck was I gonna say? That was some of the things I thought was like goofy was like one in the very beginning, fucking dome light in the car. No one drives.
I love that, dude.
No one drives.
You called out. You fucked up. Like there was something in this movie with me. The first time I showed this movie, and I love this movie. He's my favorite movie to watch. This opening scene. This chick is driving in her car on the phone, and like you don't even know. You got the lights on, so you just see her face. And Ryan's like, "Why the fuck is she driving with her dome light on?" And I'm like, "She's not." Oh fuck, dude, there is a light on there. Yeah. So you did call that. That's pretty funny. But again, how are they gonna show her without?
I know. I agree. It was just something funny.
And guess what? Now we're seeing it in other horror movies. Anytime they're driving at night,
it's like a trope now. Yeah. It's a trope. They'll throw the fucking dome light in when they're showing the people in the car.
But then when they show POV, it's all dark.
Yeah.
When they show from their perspective, it's all dark. Then when it zooms out to just them, ooh, nice bright light.
It's so fucking funny because like no one drives with their dome light. I mean, I did like at one point because my dome light was like fucked up and it wouldn't go off. It was a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into it. Sidebar. Regardless, crazy, dangerous, crazy. So yeah, the dome light was a thing. Dome light was funny. I love that. Something else I didn't like was it's not even that I didn't even like it. I don't know. I just like I'm not even gonna talk about what I didn't like. All right. Okay. I loved so much about this. There was like very less I didn't like as much as like nitpicking. It was just like details I caught when I was like, oh, that changed here, that changed there.
Yeah.
Who cares? Regardless, I loved so much about this movie. I love the idea of like, you got all these different timelines. They're all intersecting. You got these different people, and it just opens the door to so much craziness. You can change everything up as much as you want, and it doesn't have to hold meaning because it makes sense regardless.
Yeah.
It's great. The phones break. There's no phones in this.
I love that. The internet's out. The phones break. They're isolated.
There's no electricity except for a generator. Like,
yeah, they're all on candles until the generator.
Their ass. They have such a minimal cast, low budget, but such a banging fucking storytelling
idea. They do
it
so fucking well.
So fucking well.
So fucking well. So like
best I've ever seen. Or
one of the best I've seen in my life. I love this movie. It's fucking amazing. So oh my God. The only thing I could think of to be a negative. Why would Emily drag other Emily into the bathtub of the world she's trying to steal. That's stupid, but again, dumb blonde move.
Crazy.
And then, but I do love,
Crazy.
but that being said, I love the fucking ending to where the Emily who's trying to take over this world, she wakes up, she passes out on the couch, she's like, oh, I'm out of this nightmare. I'm finally free because she's been through so much shit.
Yes.
And she's like, oh my God, maybe it was all a dream. Maybe I was just really like, what's going on? She talks to her scarf-wearing husband, and he's like, oh, hey, you dropped this. Here's your ring, by the way.
Yeah, boom.
She already has her ring in her hand. You know why?
Damn.
Because she stole it from the other Emily, who
Yes.
probably wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place if he gave her the ring. Regardless, so she's holding the ring with her ring in her hand, and then guess what? He's like, oh wait.
Speaking of rings,
Yeah,
ring.
He's got to call. He's
ring.
like, wait. He's like, it's you. And he answered it. And again, they do so much in this movie where instead of using dialogue, they use facial expressions, which to me
He's like-
speaks volumes. So he's like, it's you. That's weird. So he answers. Then he's like, looks at her side eye like, wait, what the fuck? What? Because he's hearing her
Yeah.
voice saying all this whack to do
Yes,
shit.
yes.
And then guess what? They cut to black.
Beautiful fucking ending. And like that's where you're stuck. That's your timeline now. Because like everyone that walked around and like went amongst each other, did all their fucking
They all
crazy
went to
shit.
their own
Yeah.
timeline. She's stuck now with the other Emily. So
Also, while we were talking about this movie, like during the film, we talked about the whole thing about like cycling through a full deck of cards, what the fucking stats are, and like being able to like shuffle a deck of cards.
So
and
here,
have it
you know, like a deck of cards only has 52 cards, right?
yeah.
It's a stupid thing. I don't believe it, but they've said that there's never been the exact same deck of cards after you've shuffled it a couple times, ever in existence. I don't believe.
I
that.
call bullshit on that.
I call bullshit on that, but guess what? Do you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
It's because
there's
it's
so
like,
many fucking parameters of
it's
like,
like 50,
what
it's 50
it's probably like 0.1 or
All right. It's almost certainly true that a thoroughly shuffled,
Yeah.
So brand new, obviously it's all in the same order, but thoroughly shuffled. A thoroughly shuffled 52 card deck has never been in the same order twice in human history.
twice.
Not even twice. Do you know why?
Oh, twice. I was like, so it happened once.
No,
That's why. I know. I know,
obviously
I know what you're
when
saying.
you
Yeah,
shuffle it, that's the one time.
Yeah.
So you could keep shuffling for your whole lifetime, and you'll never repeat it. You'll never repeat anything else.
Can you ask him what the like?
I'll tell you why.
percentages would be?
The number of possible arrangements is 52, and mathematically it's an exclamation point, which means factorial. That's the word I was looking for. All right, or approximately 8 times 10 to the 67th power, which is 8 times 10 with 67 zeros on it.
Yeah.
Which is in
like 0.67 zeros, 8, whatever would be the
it's
percentage
an
of it happening.
unimaginably large number, roughly equal to the number of atoms in our galaxy. Here's
perfect-
what it is. You can never have the exact... Have you shuffled a deck of cards, a standard 52 card
A
deck?
new deck of cards. You just got this deck of
Yeah,
cards.
guess what? If you thoroughly shuffle it a couple times, obviously when it's new, it's in the same order. But when you shuffle it a couple times, it has never been in that order ever in existence, and it has never been in the entire existence of all humanity, and never will. Until you know what I'm saying? With the numbers, factorials. Right?
Jesus Christ. Imagine a timeline where this never happened.
No. So, what was I even saying?
We're talking about a deck of cards.
Oh, the deck of cards. All right, so deck of cards. So yeah, no matter what, when you shuffle them, they've never been that deck of cards. They never will be. So that's the thing. Like, the factorial thing of this is nuts. So that's what I was saying to you earlier about the factorial of, there's only 3 colors of the things. Yeah, but there's like 7 people. So 7 with the 3 factorial is fucking nuts. So how many,
the spread you can get on that is just crazy. Yes.
And then you there's other factors too they're not even thinking too, because like people can do.
I love how like Hugh, I think it was, he had like bleeding and then it was like a bandage, but then he had bleeding, it was a band-aid.
Well,
There was
and
no
guess what?
bleeding at all.
And guess what? Someone else was like, "Oh, I gave you a cloth band-aid," and he's sitting there with like one of those standard beige ones, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "No, you gave me one of these," and they're like,
He just had a crazy, just regular band-aid.
So
or whatever,
yeah, they did a lot of cool stuff like that. So overall, this is one of my favorite movies ever. I'm obviously giving this a 10 out of 10 because it's one of my favorites. I am biased. I see no flaws.
Yes.
It's so good.
I
The
don't
only
know if
thing
we even spoke on it before. Like this is like we definitely talked about it before.
we might have, but hey, we'll say it again. This is one of the movies that actually started this whole fucking channel. So me
Yeah.
and Ryan watched this movie. Took us probably like 5 hours because we were pausing, talking, bullshit.
It was almost like the same thing with this one too.
Oh
Honestly.
my god, this took forever.
Something I mentioned was like, okay, this could be completely like bonkers, not even right, but like the way this film cuts through like different scenes, sometimes they do like a black and then boom, next scene. I was saying, whatever time they blacked out,
It was a
like
new timeline.
a different timeline, different
I
group.
love that.
Like,
I love that. I thought that was awesome. I never caught that until you said that this time.
This is the second time I've seen this, maybe third actually.
Every
'cause
time
it's
you
been,
watch,
like, a long
every
time.
time you watch this
Been a long
film,
time.
every time you watch this film, I swear to God, it's a different experience.
You'll catch more.
You'll catch more, and you'll have different ideas.
You'll
do this.
see people that act a little more weird. 'Cause
This
they're
is
like,
this
"Oh,
is the
shit."
equivalent of a Rorschach test of a movie. So every
Yeah.
time you look at it, it's a little bit different. Sometimes it's like ink blots. Oh, it's a butterfly. Oh no, wow. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. So everyone who
good.
watches it's
It's
gonna
good.
find different things. It's very fucking cool.
This movie, I do not see flaws in. I agree because, like, it is. I just love the minimalism of how they can make such a great
They do it so good.
concept.
It's all
Yes.
storytelling. What do you
It
got?
is.
What do you got for your number, Ryan? 10, baby. We got a perfect 10. Thank you
It is,
so
it
much.
is.
Who made
It's
this?
a perfect 10 because,
this
like,
is not
Even if you
what
like,
was
my
your
thing
name?
is like you can't mess this movie up because of
Not
the concept.
Magnify 5564.
Yes, not Magnify. By
Thank you
the
so
way, we should even like plug this in the beginning. Let's do like a
We did
re-intro.
in the beginning. For
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Not Magnify. Number.
5564.
Thank you so much, dude. We appreciate this.
When I saw this movie,
was
you would not believe. I literally,
banger film.
I called Ryan that second. I was like,
Appreciate-
"Are you fucking kidding me, dude? They put Coherence down."
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, this
It's
is
nuts.
literally like the movie that
Like,
like
you gotta
started
get
this
over
whole
here. We
thing.
gotta record this shit, dude. This is crazy.
We appreciate it. We love
Yeah.
it. Thank you for saying it because like
It's amazing.
We want to talk about it. We were kind of like keeping this in our back pocket. We're like maybe we'll do it a little bit later, but then you said it and we're like, of course.
The fact that you said Coherence, we jumped. So like,
Yeah, this is a
side
sign.
note, we started to get a bunch of viewer picks, which I fucking love. Thank you so much. So like, Joey, you'll always be DZ Hawks to me.
Yes.
But I got Mandy. That's gonna be in the queue for sure.
Yes, yes.
The next one we're gonna watch is the Nazi surf movie. I understand that. We have another one. I know you did Heredity too. We're gonna be doing.
I'm excited for
Yeah.
Heredity. Dude, I can't
Dude.
wait. Dude, we got the bag. I want to pull it from there so bad
No,
because like
listen.
I've heard good things.
We
I've
got-
never seen.
We got so many
Yes.
viewer picks that are gonna be coming up. Thank you
And
so
also,
much, guys.
by the way, the freaking Surf Nazis Must Die. We got this backdrop here. We made a bunch of crazy stuff.
I don't know if you can read that, but if you zoom in, it is right above Fright Night there.
Enhance. You
Yeah.
gotta plug that Super Troopers in. So yeah, we did write that in on one of the green tape VHSs. So
It's
that's
very cool.
Wild as heck. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
What
awesome.
a weird, crazy deep.
I
cut
will
pull.
say though, we have about 6 or 7 episodes in the bag that are recorded that need to be edited. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get these all out because I don't want to keep waiting on our old ones, but I really want to do these viewer picks. These viewer picks
I
are
know.
so
The
much more
viewer picks
fun.
are
So I
exciting.
almost, in
They're
my
good.
mind, I almost want to do the viewer picks, but I feel like more viewer picks are gonna come.
I know, and more viewer picks hopefully will come. Keep fucking like plugging in there what you recommend, because like we will. We're gonna put them in the bag. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna like jostle them around. We're gonna rip out that ticket stuff. We're gonna see what comes.
You
dude.
always
Like,
get a shout out. I thank you so much.
Yeah,
Please, hey, continue giving us comments.
Thank you so
If
much,
you watched,
yes.
please give us a like. Subscribe if you don't already. It helps out the channel. We're still very small, but we love doing this, and we love the fact that other people are watching it. Other people are telling us to watch movies. Like,
It's
is this
awesome,
not fucking
yes.
fun, dude?
Dude, I agree.
This is
I agree.
awesome,
It's
man.
Awesome. It's very good.
Like,
It's
let's
very good.
go.
But this movie, though, overall, I really love the.
This gets a Golden Globe Award from VHS,
It does, dude,
whatever you
like,
would call
literally.
it. It's the Golden Cassette Tape, if you will.
It's the golden cassette tape. Which, by the way, the first Pokemon movie did that with like 6 of them, and it was like a crazy. Okay, this is a sidebar, guys. So it was like Pokemon. What was it? 2000, whatever they called it. The first movie, they had these golden cassette tapes. It was like so many people would get them. If you got one, they'd fly out to Japan. You'd meet the creator. He'd give you like a full set of all the cards. You talk about the whole spiel, blah blah blah. But like one of the people that won those, and like by the way, just say Netflix, make a documentary on this because it's crazy in my mind. I think about it from time to time. When I deliver to different places, I also go on route over to different states. I go to Granite City, Illinois. And when I'm in Illinois, going to Granite City, that was one of the people that won one of these gold VHSs.
shit.
Yeah, which is crazy because that place, I look at it, I'm like, whatever happened to their life? Did they get out of here? What happened? I'm so curious.
Doesn't seem like it.
I want to know the backstory. I want to know. And by the way, there was like 6 or 7 winners, by the way. There was only like 3 that turned them in. So there's probably still some floating out there that never got turned in. They just thought it was a tape that looked like this. Who knows? Regardless, golden VHS score of 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Sorry for the sidebar. Got distracted, but that
I know,
does
we're bumping up this time with that shit,
dormant
man.
in my mind, dude.
No, I hear you.
No, I feel like we didn't give this enough time. There's so much more that I want to talk about.
I know that. I
want
know
to
that.
talk about like, I need to talk about the painting, man. I need to talk about
Just
so
paint.
many things.
Just
Okay.
Tell me. Tell
So like
some stuff.
in here in this movie, there's a painting in the background. When we first watched this, we had a
This is
crazy.
This is before
dispute.
Visceral Highlights Here's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We watched this movie. This is the movie that birthed this, by the way, because
Yeah, yeah.
we had a hour-long discussion of pausing, fucking around, talking, commentary, back and forth, and overanalyzing everything because this movie is such a fuckery with your head.
So good.
And so, one thing that Ryan notices the most minute details and blows him out of proportion, which I love about you, Ryan, but he saw a painting in the backdrop in a couple scenes. He's like, what is that? So we paused it, and I was like, oh, that's clearly this over here. And he's like, no, that is really this over here. And we argued probably for a good 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And like we blew it up, we zoomed it up, we were talking about it, we're going crazy.
Start going in the weeds.
It was not.
You should plug in the title of like who made the painting, show like a visual of what it is.
I'd rather not.
You know, we got
I definitely will.
happening.
No,
Boom,
I definitely
boom.
will. I definitely will.
We went like back and forth of what it was.
It's fine. How we finally ended it though, Ryan Google lensed it and figured out the real painting, got it unpixelated, and turned out Ryan was dead on the money.
Of what it was. And
I guess I'm just more artistic and I kind of like took some liberties here and there.
It was a crazy situation, regardless.
Dude, I can't even read fucking text on the screen, so I don't even. I'm sorry, I can't visualize blurry ass
I can't
paintings.
read just in general. Regardless, this movie is like very like fondly. I feel like to both of us, it's got like a good place in both of our like hearts, in our minds.
Yeah.
What we feel about
this will always
it's a great
this will always be
film.
a special one because to me, this one started this channel. So
I agree.
The fact that one of our viewers suggested this was like, fireworks, dude. This is crazy. This is the one. Like we had a thing where like, hey, we're gonna watch this exact movie for our like 100th episode. Like it was gonna be a big deal.
Yes.
But you already sped it out, so we're like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go.
Hell yeah. So we're excited about it. We're hyped about it. We appreciate you for mentioning it because, dude, it was worth mentioning. Such a banger movie. Good freaking poll.
This is amazing.
Thank you. What was the name? One more time.
Coherence. Thank you so much.
No, not that movie.
Thank you
we
so
know the movie.
much. Not Midnify 5564.
Not Mindify. Oh my gosh, you are just on the same wavelength.
tops.
Good job. Good
So,
job. Kudos.
hats off, Ryan. Until next time, guys,
Yes.
we'll see you. Be kind. Please
Oh my
rewind.
god, I keep going for the bill. This is definitely not a bill. All right, be kind. Rewind. Let's freaking do this.
And we'll see you next time.
And it
close.
went right on.
Pretty close, baby.
Right on. Oh my gosh.
It's
This
when-
is
the
different
horns
though
were-
because that's your actual self. If
I
you're
think-
jerking
I-
yourself off, you're literally. If
Listen,
if I say the sentence, if you're jerking yourself off, it's not gay. You're jerking yourself off. But if you're
but if it's a
jerking
different,
yourself
but
off,
if it's a different person,
it's still
that's
no. It's
it
still not
is.
gay.
It
It's like
still
you're the
is.
same, but dude, we'd all be in a fucking circle. Like,
It still
fucking
is.
dude, I'll work one day a week. Yeah, we're all doing a fucking. We're doing a Dutch rudder, whatever the fuck it's
telling
called.
you.
We're all
Look.
jerking.
And a Dutch rudder is.
You don't know what a Dutch rudder? All right, look, you grab your dick, and then you have someone else work your arm. Here, let me show you. I grab my arm, I'm grabbing my dick, you're grabbing my arm, now work it. Work my arm. See that shit? Work it up and down. See, it's like someone else is jerking you off.
Okay.
Then, of course, there's the double Dutch rudder, which I grab my dick, you grab your dick, you work my arm, I work your arm. Same time. Same time. It's like jerking off together, but not gay. We're not touching dicks. Each other's dicks anyway. I'm touching my own dick. You're working it, and I'm loving it. It feels good, sir.
It's
like,
okay.
it's a
You're
line.
gay. It's okay to be gay.
It's not
just-
gay if it's yourself.
It's still. So your identical twin could jerk you off? And
No,
not
that's
gay?
different because it's a different person. They have different thoughts. They have different personality
This
traits.
other person who's you in this world has different thoughts than you. They don't have the same thoughts at the exact same time, and you know that.
But it's still you.
Yeah, but it's a different person of you.
So you're saying these are all like having like twins
Yes.
in your theory? Okay, then that's gay.
Thank you. Can they have a conversation?
If you're on the same wavelength though, like he thinks all of his other doppelgangers are gonna murder each other.
Okay. Well, we know in this movie she sees someone and they do interact and they don't think the same way because one's attacking the other one. So they have independent thought. That's what I'm trying to say. So it would be gay. It'd be independently getting jerked off by a guy who looks like you. Okay?
I don't want to believe that. I love how it's like if we would have just played this for like, that's a classic trope of us, just play for like another like 10 seconds less. You have all your answers.
Yeah.
We are like women. So what's
No.
gonna happen next? I don't know.
We're way
also,
better. Right.
I'm everything. Fuck off. To them at the table bickering. And then it's like, these are all different timelines.
Right,
Every time they cut it
that
black.
so much. I love that so much. I've never thought about that. I fucking love
haven't
it.
either.
I hate these lamps, but I love that.
I wish there was a timeline where there was no fucking lamps. God damn. And it's like,
Maybe
this
we'll
is
get
the-
one. Maybe
I'm
we'll get
gonna
one.
stay in this timeline.
I bought this sweater today.
I'm not just ready today. It's a drum. Also,
I mean, see, he's not even in the shot, you fucking lying bitch.
It just looks like a pale background. He's standing in front of the drum.
Maybe he's barely in the left side.
I think it is. It's on the left
But
side
still,
for sure.
fuck
It's just
him.
the way he does that. Like it's so fucking.
It's so obvious, guy.
just like that blurry leg back there in that
I
painting.
love that fucking painting,
I hate
dude.
that painting.